A nose. A nose. A nose. Horror, horror, horror. A nose, Stepan.
Sir?
Never. But it said it did. It does, here.
What, sir?
Clean off.
Clean off, sir. Very good.
The nose vanished, clean off his face. One day, the 25th of March. And then it was, so it says, he lost his nose, left with a smooth face, like a pancake.
Pancake, sir.
That's what it looked like, his face, in the middle. Collegiate Assessor Kovalyov, so equivalent to a major. Major Kovalyov lost his nose on the 25th of March when he woke up. Or during the night before. He woke up and it wasn't there. We have thieves in this city.
Thieves, sir. Nose thieves?
But he suspected witchcraft. Tut tut. Superstition. But he went to... where did he go? Ah! He went to the police. And that other paper, the Northern Bee. But it was all no use. But and this is the strangest part. He thought he saw it in the Kazan Cathedral, dressed as a state councillor, moving about independently, plumes in its hat.
A state councillor, sir, and just a nose?
A hallucination must have been produced by unease in the mind, don't you think so?
Couldn't say, sir. Wouldn't have a mind of my own, being a servant. Wouldn't want to get ideas above my station, would I, sir?
True, very true. But, believe you me, hallucinations, unease of the mind, they go together. It's the pressure of life. The pressure of the lives we lead, government service. But, here it says, suddenly it was back. He woke up, Major Kovalyov, on the 7th of April, and there it was, back in the middle.
No more pancakes, sir?
No, a nose instead of a pancake, 3-dimensional.
The best kind, sir.
The thieves must have taken fright and stolen back in the night. Can you believe it?
No.
But it's in a newspaper.
It's a story, sir. Fiction.
Newspaper.
Literary supplement. New, sir, but not news. It's an invention, a novelty, an innovation.
Invention? Novelty? Innovation?
That's it, sir. You've got it.
Has it come to that?
Sir, it has.
Innovation. Out there on the streets. But not in here. I read the paper occasionally. I smoke my pipe occasionally. I dream. Rather a lot. But, oh dear. But it can't go on. It weighs upon me. Must face it. My own innovation. That's what it will be. Must be said, might be said in here, but not in public. Life compels it. Life compels me. Nothing to be done. What else can be done? Nothing else to do. A man who lives alone is a beast. Socrates, he said it. Said it right. Or Plato. Or Aristotle, did he say it? No matter, what's important is the beast. A beast I am, solitary. So, a woman. A woman's wanted. A woman to be a wife. My wife. A woman. What else can it be but a woman? Stepan! Has that woman been yet?
Nobody, no.
The tailor?
Nobody, no.
But you've been.
Been?
Been to the tailor's.
I've been.
Well, has he started yet?
After a fashion. He's doing the buttonholes first. He starts there. Sign of a perfectionist, he said.
What? What are you saying?
Hole. Buttonhole. Hole for buttons. The beginning.
Did he ask why I needed such a gentlemanly garment, a frock coat?
No, he didn't ask me that.
Or perhaps he asked if I was going to get married.
No, nor that.
Well, no doubt you saw all of the other frock coats.
Yes, he's a tailor.
Well, perhaps you noticed the quality of mine.
Sir, it has a quality.
A superior quality?
A quality all of its own.
Well, did he remark how marvellous it was in comparison to the others?
No.
Did he remark upon the ultrafine cloth?
No.
Does he know my rank?
Yes.
Court councillor?
Yes, sir, that's your rank.
My grade?
Your grade.
What, and it made him anxious?
We aim to please, he said.
I bet he did. Oh, you can go, Stepan. A black frock coat. Solid. Respectable. Reliable. Me. Some men prefer to be bright, to dress in gaudy colours. I am not gaudy. Gaudy court councillors get nowhere. A court councillor is a colonel. Army, colonel. Civil service, court councillor, the same. I need envy a colonel nothing but his epaulets. Who said that? Socrates? Stepan! Boot polish. You've bought it?
I've bought it.
Where did you buy it? Did you go to that shop? The one I mentioned on Voznesensky Avenue.
That's where I went.
And?
And I paid for the polish and I returned here.
First-rate boot polish.
Sir, it's boot polish.
And you've tried it on my boots.
On your boots, I've tried it.
And my boots clean?
Nice shine, sir.
And the shopkeeper. Did he ask why your master needed wonderful polish?
No, he didn't ask me that.
Well, not curious.
Not that I noticed.
He didn't perhaps discuss my wedding plans.
No.
Very well, Stepan. It's very simple. Boots matter. So boot polish matters. Those who don't understand that don't get on. And polished boots are supple boots, and supple boots prevent corns, and I hate corns on my toes. Stepan! Did you say to the bootmaker that I can't stand corns?
I said it.
And what did he say?
He said, good.
Busy, busy, bustle, bustle. So much to be done. Getting married. Easy to say. Hard to do. Stepan! I want you to know
The old
that
woman's here. She's coming down the path.
the matchmaker,
Her.
well, show her in. These things. If not one thing, another thing. Terrible things. Ah, hello, Fyekla Ivanovna. What's the news? How's it going? There's a chair. Take a seat. Tell me all. Speak, 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 please.
Agafia Tikhonovna.
Garfia. 40, I suppose? 40-something. More than 40?
No, never. With such a wife, you'd be happier every day, and every day more grateful to me.
Fyekla Ivanovna, if only you weren't such a liar.
Me? I hate liars, like I hate a bucket of stinking mackerel. Anyway, I'm too old for it now.
Dowry? Tell me of the dowry, truthfully.
I should say there's a dowry. A house made of bricks in Moscow with a tenant in every room. The greengrocer's shop brings in 700 by itself, and there's a bar in the basement. Thriving it is. 2 extensions, 1 wood, 1 brick. More rooms, more tenants. There's a house in St. Petersburg which you'll see yourself, and there's also an allotment rented to a merchant. Allotment? Small farm it is. And he doesn't drink. No, no more. This dog's leaky in his liquor, he says. Drink makes his tongue run away. And he's got 3 sons, 2 married already, but the third...
Enough! Tell me of the woman, this Agafia Tikhanovna.
What refinement! What colouring! So white. A beautiful white neck, as if her blood was made of milk. And sweetness, sweetness itself. She's beyond words. Words were not made for Agafia, no. I promise you, you will be grateful. You will live your life in gratitude. Fyekla Ivanovna, thank you, you will say, over and over. Thank you.
But she's no staff officer, so to speak. Not in the upper circle.
Her father was a merchant, but her silk skirts rustle. She could be the daughter of a general by her looks, her bearing, her everything. She said to me, I don't mind a plain man as long as his spirit is noble. You should see her on a Sunday.
Court councillors need to be careful, you understand?
How could I not understand? You're not the first. We've had one already. A court councillor has come and gone. Looked nice he did, but when he spoke, one absurdity after another, each one more ludicrous than the one before. Man proposes, God disposes. He proposed, she declined. It obviously wasn't in God's plan. And out he went, down the road. Down the road.
Is there another woman you want to discuss?
Discuss? Another woman? We're contemplating Agafia Tikhanovna. There's none better.
None better.
Go 7 times round the world, you'll still find none better. Try it if you don't believe me. Go on, I'll wait here.
Thought. Careful thought, Fyekla Ivanovna. That's what it requires. Come back the day after tomorrow.
But we've been stuck like this for 3 months. You've sat on your sofa and sucked on your pipe and seen one chance after another vanish in the smoke.
3 months, is it?
3 months.
Till old age it lasts, doesn't it? Marriage. Until old age. What's 3 months?
Enough to get somewhere for those with a mind to make the effort. You want to get married before you're old, don't you?
Well, yes.
Well, do something now.
Now?
Coat and carriage, now. Go and see the lady before somebody else makes a proposal. Other men are on their way.
Other men?
Other men are moving now. Moving through the city on their way. Sit there and be left behind.
What other men?
A captain, for example. A lancer. See him in his uniform and see a proper man. With a voice like a trombone. And keeping him in reserve. For if I mentioned Agafia, he'd be riding straight away. No delay there. Yes. Other men are on their way. Other men with dark hair. They're not going grey.
Grey? Me? Where? I must find my mirror. Stepan! My hair! Grey! What next? Smallpox!
Why am I here? But Colyer never moves. He just dreams of action. Could he talk to a woman and propose? Could he? Could he do anything but smoke a pipe and cry out for Stepan?
But Colyer, where are you? You? Here?
As you can see.
The matchmaker, who got me to marry a devil. A devil!
Are you having problems adjusting to each other?
Adjusting? Adjusting to hell.
And your heaven is just around the corner. You just have to make a little allowance for peculiarities.
A little allowance.
For the woman you wanted so much.
Because of your false description.
Oh, a little colouring, perhaps, around the edges. Nothing more than that. But still, your friend's impressed.
For Colyosin, you started to help him
3 months ago.
3 months. He never said a word. Pod Colyosin,
Lunatic!
hypocrite,
You broke my mirror! Hypocrite!
confirmed bachelor, chasing skirt, eh?
Just an inquiry or two.
3 months of discussion and we got nowhere, I assure you.
Oh, and everything the same.
No, 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 no.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, who is she?
Oh, just someone.
Just someone? Agafia Chikanovna.
A neighbour?
Not quite. Round a couple of corners.
Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Not 6.
Agafia Tikhanovna Brandalastova.
Agafia Chikanovna Kubidiegina.
Ah, lives in Shop Street.
Lives in Soap Street.
In the wooden house before the stables.
The brick house beyond the tavern.
Blonde.
Dark.
I know her well.
You do?
And marriage is a fine institution. And a duty to God and to Russia.
Perhaps in the abstract, but in the concrete, or at least the flesh and blood.
In the brick house beyond the tavern.
The first one after the tavern houses a seamstress and the mistress of the senator. Then there's a sentry box. Then there's the house of Agafia Tikhanovna Kubidiegina.
Very interesting. And perhaps one day...
Tikhanovna Kupidiegina.
Yes, Kubidiegina.
Right, out.
What do you mean, out?
You go. Now listen here. The second house beyond the tavern. Have you got that?
Kochkaryev.
Yes. Now you out of here and out of this business. Go
I'm
on.
not sure there is any business.
And if there is, it's a woman's business. Matchmaking always has been. Or swine,
Look, you
ingrate,
told me all. Now clear out. Come on.
thief, atheist.
Yes, lovely.
This is my living. Oh, but let's see how it goes with him.
You heard her.
Oh, yes.
Well, defend yourself, if you can.
Perhaps she has a point.
A point. Look around this room. What do you see?
Armchair, table.
No. You see squalor. The squalor of solitude. The squalor of inertia.
Thought it was rather comfortable myself, but to a degree you might be right.
A degree. Oh no. 360 degrees. All around squalor. All around correct. And it must change. Today. This hour. This minute. This second.
Oh, Kochkaryev.
While you wait, she is dragging in other men.
Who? Where? False rumours.
That fiacla. She'll be dragging in other men to see your Agafia.
My Agafia.
Yes, if we act now.
Oh, what about my new boots? I'm still waiting
Out,
for those.
on, up, come on.
Well, as I am.
As you are.
I need a coat at least.
Oh, Stepan!
They are.
Coat.
Frock coat. Here we go again.
Overcoat.
Frock coat. Before the engagement.
Well, preparations, you know.
You prepare for everything except that which is vital. No woman, no marriage. What's a frock coat without that? A thing for an idiot.
Stepan might hear you.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
He does.
What?
Stepan, did you see where that woman went?
I saw how she went. Like a shot. I'll settle this, she said. Over and over, muttering hard, waving for a cabbie. Then a cabbie stopped. She dived in. He cracked his whip. The horse leapt. Off they flew.
And so do we.
But it's strange. Terribly strange. Stranger than anything else.
What?
Don't you see?
Well, no.
Marriage. Being single, not being single. Transformation. I'll be transformed. So it's strange. Previously unknown. And what about the wedding feast?
Come! Pod Colyosin. Pod Colyosin.
Yes.
Think of the joys.
The joys.
Imagine her little white hands
Well,
stroking your nose every night.
but every night, my nose!
Each and every night. Stroke, stroke, stroke. Oh, little white hands. And there'll be a budgerigar or a parrot in a cage. Your home will be a marvel. Now a hovel, then a palace. Or so it will seem. And there will be children.
Children! My papers, they'll mess them up.
Oh, look at yourself.
You broke my mirror.
A solitary bureaucrat without issue.
I
Come!
can concentrate on my work.
But if there were children,
Yes?
well, then you'd have successors. Your children, men like you. Your children's children. Your children's children's children. Through the 19th century, through the 20th century, through the 21st century, one podkoliosin after another, bureaucrats in your style, will pervade every office until the end of time. Your spirit, your issue, forever.
Until the end of time. Men like me.
And I shall arrange the wedding feast.
Yes.
Come!
Again, my dear aunt, a journey. And the King of Diamonds, who might he prove to be? There's tears. And a love letter. Another gentleman, the King of Clubs.
The King of Clubs' arrival enters, and his name is?
I don't know.
You do, and so do I.
Tell me.
A certain merchant in the cloth business, doing very nicely. Alexei Dmitrievich Starikov.
Not him. I don't think it's him. Indeed, I don't.
Don't be hasty. The King of Clubs has black hair, Starikov has black hair, therefore it must be his.
Sorry, aunt, I'm not convinced. A cloth merchant and a king. How can that be? They're both opposites to me.
Gooffier, think of your father. How he'd hit the table with his fist and threaten to spit at anyone too proud to be a merchant. We're loyal Russians too, he'd shout. No colonel for my daughter, and no son of mine is joining the civil service. Those hands were big as buckets. Mind you, your mother, blessed woman, would have lived a bit longer if it hadn't been for him. A terrible temper he had.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Starikov's not like that.
He's old, and when he eats, he dribbles down his beard.
But can you do better?
Fyekla Ivanovna. She's the woman to help. A husband of the very highest quality and copper-bottomed.
Copper-bottomed.
Copper-bottomed, she
Fyekla
said.
Ivanovna is a terrible liar. So people say.
Slander is a sin, a wicked sin. And that's the thanks I get for presenting people in their best light and bringing together men and women.
Have you found someone?
One, I found 6.
6 men.
6 wonderful men, incomparable. Oh, but let me catch my breath. Oh, I've run and I've run, here, there and everywhere, like a woman possessed. Where haven't I been? Office after office, house after house, army barracks. I've stood outside a few singing your praises, enticing soldiers. And that horrible old woman, the one who married the Akarovs, she almost attacked me. Get out of my district, that's what she screamed. Very territorial. It didn't matter. For Agafia Tikhonovna, I said, I'd venture down to hell and drag a man back from there if that's what needed to be done. I'd fight with the devil for you, my dear. And for my pains, I've managed to gather the greatest choice of bridegrooms in the history of the world. In the history of the world. And they're coming here today. They're coming here now.
6 men now. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared.
They're just coming to give you the once-over. Nothing strange about that. And you can have a look at them. Very natural, very simple. If you don't like them, out they go.
All prime specimens, no doubt. Deformed and deranged.
Not deformed, not deranged. Specimens off the top shelf. When shopping, it's best to have a choice.
Gentlemen, are they?
I've never seen such gentlemen in all my days of matchmaking. Men and gentle, yet firm and strong.
Describe them then.
Special reserve stock. For example, Baltazar Baltazarovich Shuvalkin, naval officer retired. He likes flesh. Not a cannibal, I'm sure. He's just averse to a skeleton in a skirt, as he puts it. But if you want a very grand gentleman. Then there's Ivan Pavlovich, a civil servant. So important it's barely possible to see him. And round as well, so when you do get to see him, you can't see past him. Fills a door frame, he does. And he has a great booming voice. Cut the cackle, no cackling here. That's what he roared at me. A woman's a woman. Tell me about her property and movables. So I told him what you had, and he called me a lying cow. Then he used an expression which I won't mention here, but which revealed he was a very important person indeed.
And the others?
Any more special reserve stock?
How old is he?
How young? He's a youth, not a day over 50.
Ivan Pavlovich. What's his surname?
Omelette.
Omelette.
Omelette?
Omelette, an old and grand French family, here since the reign of Catherine the Great.
Then I'd be Mrs. Omelette if I married him. Mrs. Omelette. No, better a spinster than that.
Oh, well, if the name's the thing, why not take Balthazar Balthazarovich Shavakin? A good name and a good man, an officer from the Navy.
What's his hair like?
Oh, a fine head of hair, like a lion.
What's his nose like?
His nose? Oh, a wonderful nose, like an eagle.
Is he handsome?
All his parts are just where they should be and all in the correct proportion. But we all have our ways. It takes all sorts to make a world. And he is an avowed enemy of furniture.
Enemy of furniture.
Well, perhaps I've gone too far, but he doesn't have any anyway. Very little that I could see. But he does have a stove.
Next.
Well, there was one that I wasn't going to mention. Not as sharp as the others. And he's devoted to, well,
What?
sitting on his sofa. It's hard to get him to shift. But a court councillor, and he prefers tea to alcohol. Yes, Ivan Kuzmich Podkolyosin, a court councillor. But I'm not sure what else he is.
And the last one?
You've had the lot already.
You said there were 6.
And you thought that was overwhelming. 3's enough.
Too many, I think. 3 gentlemen. 1 merchant is worth the lot.
I want a gentleman.
Why?
Why? Because gentlemen count for more in the world.
Picture Starikov riding his sleigh along winter roads in that black coat of his, and his sable hat.
Then Starikov meets a gentleman with epaulets, and he shouts, "Get out of my way and take off your hat and show some respect." And then he'll want to see some cloth.
He won't show him any, so the gentleman will go naked.
Then out comes his sword.
Then he runs to the police.
Then he goes to a senator.
Then he goes to the governor.
Then the gentleman...
Is stuffed. A governor is more than a senator. There's many a gentleman has eaten dust before in Holy Russia. Believe you me.
Excuse me, madam. A gentleman has arrived.
A gentleman.
Oh, it's them, or at least the first.
It can't be.
It is.
He's not dressed.
We're not tidy.
Well, should I show him in?
Not yet.
I can see him. Oh, he is fat. Oh, he's not just fat, but fat.
Well, you mustn't keep him hanging about.
What should I do with the gentleman?
Bring him in. Bring him in.
This way, please, sir. The ladies are just getting ready. Excuse me, please.
Wait! Must I? Wonderful. I just stepped out of the office for a couple of minutes. And if the General comes by... And if he demands an explanation, what do I say then? Sorry, sir, I was viewing a woman as appointed by a matchmaker. I don't know what he will say then. Well, I'm here now, so I won't turn about. What's the inventory? What's the reality? There we go. 2-storey stone house. Checked. 2 wings. 1 stone, 1 wood. Wooden one needs repair. Furniture, we've got...
Another gentleman.
Oh, what a bloody nuisance.
Sir, please wait here. They'll just be a minute.
My respects to you, sir.
And mine to you. I'm so glad to meet the head of the household.
Do you take me for him?
Aren't you her father?
I fathered nobody.
Terribly so, you look paternal.
Bachelor. And you?
Also a bachelor.
Are you here for the,
No. No.
Nor am I.
Just passing by.
Same here.
And here we are.
By chance.
Complete floaty.
This way, please, sir. Please make yourself comfortable.
You are a delight. I couldn't have brushed me down, could you? Dust about town these days. What a dust there. And one there. And one there. And now you must let me kiss you. And another kiss here. And another. The English cloth lasts forever. Bought it in '95 when the squadron was in Sicily. Midshipman then, made lieutenant in 1801, sailed round the world in 1814. The sleeves a bit frayed, the cuffs had them turned, and the collar when I left the service. 10 years now. Almost as good as new.
Sicily.
Sicily in '95 for 34 days.
What language did they speak?
Not a word of Russian. French only. Throughout the island, same everywhere. Peasant with a bundle on his back, lady on the balcony, not a word of Russian. But the ladies on the balconies were exquisite, even in French. Brown they were, with earrings everywhere. Everywhere you could imagine. Some places you couldn't imagine, you'd find an earring.
They dressed with taste.
Extraordinary taste.
And they spoke French.
Nothing but.
Oh.
Life in foreign parts must be instructive. With whom do I have the pleasure of conversation?
Shivakin, sir, naval lieutenant, retired. And yourself?
Civil servant by profession. Omelette.
Thanks for the already.
Omelette's my name.
Sorry. Names. And Russian names in particular. In our squadron, we had a Tipsikov and a Topsikov. You should have seen them scamper when the wind picked up.
Morning, morning, morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Morning.
Try to be a man.
I am. Try harder. Oh, what a gathering. What a set of suitors. Now, what we seem to be missing, though, is a young lady.
She's just getting dressed next door. Not quite ready yet.
Isn't she? Good. I think I'll just verify that. Oh, lovely.
I'll just check the report too. Flesh.
I think I must check it too, though. It's not all together.
Oh, something's coming.
To what do we owe the pleasure, dear sir?
Well, my good lady, I saw the advertisement for the sale of timber, and various departments need wood, so I came down for the particulars.
The particulars for the sale of timber. There's some mistake. But now you're here, please be seated.
I read something in the papers too. I can't remember what it was, but it's a lovely day, isn't it?
And your name?
Bartazarovich Zhivakin, former naval lieutenant, now retired. There was another Zhivakin in our squadron, but he got hit below the knee, lower leg torn off, bit of skin left dangling down. But I'm not him, not at all him. Both legs complete and at your service.
Thank you. Please, sit there. And you, Mr.
Mr. Nushkin.
Did you also see something in a newspaper?
No, a neighbourly spirit brought me here.
Are you the man who's moved in opposite into the house across the street?
No, I live in Pesky.
Well, that's on the edge of town.
Lord, who is thy neighbour? Let us remember those words from the Gospel. For is not every man thy neighbour? Indeed. Indeed, indeed.
Neighbour. Do sit down. Sir, your reason, is it our non-existent wood, Christian fellowship, or are you my long-lost brother?
Ah, cousin, actually.
You're my cousin.
Second cousin, to be precise. But don't you recognise me and you, miss? Surely.
No, I've never set eyes on you, as far as I know.
Nor I, not once.
Only once, not long ago. Look again.
Was it at the Beryushkin?
Exactly, at the Biryushkins.
And you know what's happened to her, the daughter?
Got married.
Broke her leg.
I knew it was something like that.
The coachman did it.
It kicked her.
Got drunk.
Clipped an iron post.
Over they went.
Landed badly
In the street.
on the stone.
I'll send some flowers.
But I can't remember your name.
Please, remind us.
Ilya Fomich Kochkaryev. And this is my friend Ivan Kuzmich Podkolyosin.
Very pleased to meet you.
Likewise, I'm sure.
Court councillor Podkolyosin. Not just a name, but a byword for efficiency for all those that know the civil service.
Podkolyosin, a byword for efficiency.
That's right. And at the moment he's working on something special, a solo project. But he is soon to be running his own department. His immediate superior, his director, loves him so much he even sleeps in the same bed as him. What? And no. Figuratively speaking, sleeps in the same bed. It's a figure of speech, you know. Go figure.
No, actually, no, not like that.
Gentlemen, please be seated.
Strange weather we're having. This morning, it looked like rain. This afternoon, it doesn't look like rain.
Very disturbing.
Unsettling.
Worrying.
Bothersome.
It reminds me of Sicily. We were there with the squadron, my good ladies, in February, I think. They call it spring anyway. The sun would shine and out you'd go. The sun would stop shining and in you'd go before the rain. First out, then in. All the time there in Sicily.
In and out isn't so bad if you're married. But if you're solitary, it's dreadful.
Weighs you down.
Makes you down.
Makes you tired.
It's torture.
Terrible torture. Makes you wish you were dead. God keep us from such a fate.
Might I ask? Might I ask? Might I ask, if you were to be married, what kind of man would he be? Would he be the kind of man entrusted to buy supplies for the military?
Or could he be a man with a naval background? A man who'd sailed round the world and seen South Africa and India and China, even made an excursion to Mongolia, Inner Mongolia and Outer Mongolia, even Outer Mongolia.
No. Think of a man that could run a department single-handed. A man known to every minister.
But what about a man of culture? A man who understands art is also served in the military. Yes, I was a drummer boy, and I fought against Napoleon and pushed him all the way back to Paris. Drum, 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 and Napoleon, I run, run, run.
Well, Mr. Garfield, what do you say?
Well,
Say something, dear.
what will they think?
They've gone.
They have.
Something's up. Probably something to do with her dress. He means clothes. I remember in Sicily, or was it Outer Mongolia? Anyway.
Something is up, isn't it?
Up! I'll stick something up you! You've made her ashamed. You mustn't be so forward.
I thought I was backward, if anything.
Me too. Backward Javakin, that's what they call me.
Oh, I'm backward.
But, she said, if you return later, she will drink tea with you. But until then, be off.
Drink tea later? Sounds like procrastination. Why don't we just get to the point? I'm a busy man. I can't spend all day getting married. This woman has no sense of proportion and no sense of time. Tea today, tea tomorrow, then what? Tea the day after? Huh?
Not bad looking, is she?
No, not bad. Not bad at all.
Damn good looking, I'd say.
I would have thought that her looks were a little too domestic for you, given your experience of exotic lands.
Her nose is too big.
Fine looks, in my opinion, and a lovely nose. But what of her culture? Can she speak French?
Try her.
How do you mean?
Ask her a question in French and see how she responds.
I can't speak French.
Then why do you care? You could both not speak French together.
She's a woman.
Very
If
true.
a woman can't speak French, is she really a woman?
But she has a fine house. Farewell.
Time to smoke a pipe. Are you going my way? Where is it you live again?
Petrovsky Lane in Pesky.
Not quite my way, but company's company. Good
Good
day.
day.
And what are we waiting for?
Don't you think she's sweet?
More sour, I'd say.
5 minutes ago you said she wasn't bad looking.
Her nose is too big and she can't speak French.
Her nose is a delight. I would love to have it between my teeth. And you don't even speak French yourself. In fact, often you don't speak at all. If you're going to be silent with her, then one language is as good as another. Until those others started gabbling on, you were quite impressed.
I was. I am.
Good. Well, let's do it.
What?
Go in there. Propose. Get yourself a wife.
Now? When she's so many suitors to choose from.
Look, okay, fine. I'll do it for you. But promise me you will stand by the agreement, you won't vanish.
I promise.
Shake.
I need a pipe.
Fine, we'll have a pipe together, and then I shall come back in and strike the bargain.
Marriage it is.
This choosing business is so difficult. I haven't had many choices to make so far. Life has, well, rolled on, so to speak. Rolled on and dragged me with it. Now I do have a choice and it's dreadful. Fancy living in a world where one had to make choices all the time. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. What madman could want that? And I'm having to choose without really knowing, without understanding. What are these men like? What do I know of them? What sort of man do I want? I don't understand what's before me. I don't understand my own needs. But choose I must. And there's 4 of them. 4 extraordinary men. I'll put in my hand and with the help of destiny pull out the right one. Oh, I do hope it's... Oh, do I? Omelette has substance. Anushkin has style. Javakin has seen the world. And Podkoliosin, he does have a nose. A nose all of his own. A nose a girl could face across the breakfast table. I'd like to have it in a little napkin. A nose in a napkin, Podkoliosin. Oh. Oh. They're all stuck together. I couldn't marry... Not four men, could I? Omelette, Anushkin, Javakin, Podkoliosin.
Is the man for you.
Oh.
The others, nothing, isn't it clear?
Nothing.
Anushkin, nothing. Javakin, nothing. And Omelette, ha! He is the biggest nothing of them all. He is a zero to the highest degree.
I didn't know you could have degrees of zero.
Well, marry Omelette and you will find out all too soon that it is possible. But Podkoliosin, he towers above the rest. He works miracles in that office of his.
Miracles? What sort of miracles?
Well, one of his clerks died, and he brought him back from the dead.
Really? I hadn't heard. There was nothing in the papers.
Oh, well, an adroit tap to the chest, and all was working again. The clerk is now called Lazarus, and Lazarus and Podkoliosin walk about arm in arm.
But at least the others talk. They don't visit in silence.
Ah, well, silent waters run deep. He is contemplating the administrative reform of the entire Russian Empire. He is considering a response to Kant's critique of pure reason. Yeah. He is coordinating an expedition to Patagonia.
Patagonia?
Patagonia.
Where is Patagonia?
Terra incognito.
I hadn't realised.
Well, marry Podkoliosin, and all sorts of avenues of secret knowledge will open themselves up to you. Life will be richer.
So, if I understand your meaning, you suggest your friend is my husband.
Yes, and he's just waiting in the cafe down the street. Let me go and...
Podkoliosin.
Podkoliosin forever.
Yes, I would pick Podkoliosin forever if I married him. Or must I turn down the others?
Polygamy is illegal.
But must I turn them down, all of them?
Yes.
How can I? I feel awkward.
Oh, well, you just need some practice. Turn one down and the others will be easy.
What can I say?
Get out of my sight, you mangy dog!
Wouldn't that be rude?
Well, it would work, though. And the worst that could happen is that they would spit in your face.
Spit in my
Face, yes. It's happened to some of my best friends. You know, many times. One fella, good-looking fella, he wanted a pay rise from his boss, and so he pestered and pestered the boss until the boss would take it no more. And he went, there you go, have a bonus instead of a pay rise. But, come payday, he received all the extra money he'd asked for. It was worth the inconvenience of a little saliva on the cheek. Russia is a marvellous country. It would be different if we didn't have handkerchiefs to wipe our faces. But you've got one there.
Excuse me, miss, you've another visitor. Mr. Omelette. Shall I show him in?
Oh, it would be best if you didn't see me. Is there another way out of here?
Oh, the back stairs are through there. Go straight ahead.
Great. You dismiss the riffraff and I'll fetch your man.
Bring him in. Podkoliosin forever. Is that my friend?
You about to sneeze?
The urge has gone away.
I'm sorry I'm early, but I'm early on purpose. I'm a purposeful man.
Well, Mr. Omelette, what is your purpose?
I have a responsible position. I'm trusted by my superiors, obeyed by my inferiors, but I lack a wife. So is it yes? Is that your answer?
Did you ask a question?
I did.
Do you just propose?
Wasn't it obvious?
I'm not really thinking of marriage, not just now.
What? With matchmakers flying here and there? Matchmakers everywhere? What's the meaning of this?
No, not now, sorry.
Well?
Well,
Huh?
I don't... Not entirely sure.
What?
Two more guests, miss, downstairs. Oh, they're here.
Hello.
Hello.
Afternoon.
Thank you for coming by again so soon.
Well, our conversation wasn't finished. What's your answer? I have an appointment to keep.
I have given my answer.
Not one I'm willing to accept. I mean, do you realise who you're dealing with? Do you?
Mangy dog, get out! What have I said?
Mangy dog, get out!
Yes, I
That
have.
sounded like
I
me.
have two major doctors myself.
You said that to Omelette?
He's going to hit me! He's going to hit me! He's going to hit me!
He's gone mad.
Have I missed something?
She had some sort of fit. Suddenly thought someone was going to hit her. Ran about the place, then ran out screaming. Somewhat strange, I thought, but not a little troubling. Relative, aren't you?
Yes. Distant relative, but second something or other. But still related. Why?
Has it happened before?
Is she excitable?
Nervous.
Oh, well, her mother said that the attack started 3 months before she was born. Frantic, even in the womb. If you don't like highly strung women, then well... Oh. It does go some way to explain the exaggerated claims about the property, though, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, you know, it's not all there. Neither her, nor the property.
The property's not there, but we're standing in it. Explain.
Do.
Well, most of it at the banks. Or at least it will be, when they give up the struggle to pay the mortgage.
Mortgage!
99%, I believe. Whew, that sort of mortgage.
99%! That woman, Fiekla!
Good evening, here I am.
You disgusting cheat! Liar! Fraud! Get out of my way!
Was an excitable young man. Not altogether there.
What about the claims of French? Are they true? I must know.
What is going on?
The claims of French?
Tell me.
She claimed she could speak French.
It's true.
It's
I
false.
speak French in India, you know.
She's fluent.
Even speak French in China.
Doesn't speak a word.
Speak French in Outer Mongolia, not a word of Russian.
So if we went out to Mongolia, we'd be lost. Good day.
Where is Agafia?
Oh, locked herself in her bedroom, I believe. All thanks to your matchmaking.
Lucky you're here then.
How so?
Being related.
Yes.
Being related, you could put in a word for me.
With Agafia?
I think she's very attractive.
Oh, my dear sir. Oh, oof. Do you own a mirror?
I do.
And do you think that you're equally attractive?
Still a fine figure of a man.
Why, your beard is grey, your hair is grey, and your suit looks like you've been around the world in it.
I have.
A long time ago.
Not too long.
Right, get yourself to a barber's, get yourself to a tailor's, get your hair blacked, your beard trimmed, buy yourself some new clothes, something youthful, fashionable, cheerful, and make yourself like a peacock, and then return here, and I'll put a word in Agafia's ear for you.
Right. Like a peacock.
Yes.
Thanks. Thanks for your words of wisdom. I'll be back in a week.
Oh, that's a spirit.
Friend.
Oh, friend.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Mr. Sparkin, Mr. Nushkin, have they left as well?
Arm in arm. Whew. They've fallen in love with with each other.
With each other?
They've gone to drink to male friendship. They'll be at it all night. Drunken debauchery is their favourite pastime, often ending in bouts of arson, fire starters, fire raisers. Read a fire in the morning and you will know the origin.
I hadn't realised.
Oh, they confided in me.
Oh, lucky you came.
Especially as I can vouch for one good man.
Your friend.
Oh, yes, poor Colyer. He should be here. Let me just, check. Why are you standing there?
I couldn't seem to get over the threshold.
In! At last! Together. Well, I'm going to send a message to the caterers. I shall leave you two alone for a little while.
Mr. Garfield.
Yes.
Do you like boats? Rowing boats.
Well, somewhat.
I like rowing in a boat. In summer.
Yes, a boat in summer can be nice.
But you never know what the weather's going to do, even in summer.
Or Russian weather. But still, a nice day in summer is very nice.
It is. Mr. Garfield.
Yes.
Do you like flowers?
Oh, yes, I like flowers. Flowers with a scent.
So do I. Mr. Garfield.
Yes.
Church.
What about church?
Church. Did you go to church last Sunday?
I did.
So did I. The Kazan Cathedral. And you?
The Church of the Ascension.
But what I always say is, whatever church you go to, God is always the same. Don't you say that as well?
Oh, those very words indeed.
Miss... Speaking is when silence at last falls silent.
What?
Socrates, I think. You can only silence silence by speaking. But... oh dear. I think I'd better be going.
So soon?
Well, they say all good things come to an end. And I'm boring you.
No, not at all. We're having a delightful conversation. Thrilling.
No.
Yes, yes.
So, may I come again?
As often as you like.
Thank you.
Wow. What a man. Extraordinary. And such a deep thinker. His face reveals it all, the hours of contemplation. He doesn't talk much, that's true, but nor do I. But I'm sure we'll have some marvellous silences together. Being silent with him will be so much better than being silent by myself. Oh, I must tell my aunt!
Why are you going home?
We've had our talk.
You proposed.
Not directly, but...
Is she going to marry you?
well, probably, at some point.
Good. The ceremony starts in 1 hour.
What?
You hurl yourself on. You're Russian. What are consequences to you?
But today...
You said that once the others were out the way, you would do it. Now, I have cleared the path for you, so keep your word.
And naturally I can, and I will. I'm just not used to keeping it so quickly. Let's pause for 6 weeks, say.
The caterers are prepared. The witnesses are prepared. The priests are prepared.
Oh, God.
And he is prepared too.
Sorry, I wish I could, but
You can. You must. You will. What about if I kneel? What about if I beg? Please. What about if I kick you?
Ah, no, stop! It's no good. I can't. Not today. Why are you so intent on doing this?
I want to transform you, to rouse you, to wake you up. You are Russia.
No, I'm not. I'm Podkoliosin. Russia's over there, out of the window, down the street.
I must get you off your couch.
I like it there.
Oh, but you do nothing. You do nothing.
I dream a little.
You dream. No! God! Oh! Dream! Fine, go, 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 go. I wash my hands of you.
You do?
Yes!
What a relief! Well! Goodbye.
I hope he died in a traffic accident. Drunken cabby. Gruesome collision. Torso speared by a shaft. Limbs scattered everywhere. Hair a spike. You obliterated. No. No, 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 don't give up. Don't do it. Russia must be saved.
Colyer in my fate! Wherever I turn, I see him. His image is implanted in my mind's eye, and I hear his voice in my ear. So this is the prelude to marriage. When we are married, I will truly see him everywhere, and hear him everywhere, if he speaks. Farewell, my single life. I'm to be married. Then what troubles will come? Children. Boys. Will they be drunks? Will they be gamblers? Girls, will they marry drunks? Even drunken gamblers? Everything will be lost on the turn of a card. Oh, I can see it now. My children, the house, and everything lost. But it hasn't happened, not yet. I'm only 27, and I haven't had much fun. Where is he?
Miss Agafia, I've returned to discuss one small point.
Oh, what point is that?
A very small point. Detail, actually. So, what do you say?
Say to what?
To the pointed question.
You haven't said.
Not directly, but between us, perhaps there may be a doubt. A doubt or two. Or three, perhaps. Yet we could talk some more.
Will you marry him?
Hold on!
Yes, I consent!
Oh, and I bless this union, happy couple. Now, kiss. Kiss. Well, there'll be more time for this later. An hour later when you're both married.
An hour, is that what you said?
Yes, I prepared everything. Everything is ready. But where is your wedding dress?
It's in my bedroom.
Oh, go get it. Get ready, get changed, and I shall announce your imminent arrival.
Marriage. Who would have thought? Marriage to Agafia. A woman, I can tell. As I said before, and Socrates before me, a man who lives alone lives like a beast. Office, home, home, office, traipsing forth and back. Barren. Infinitely barren. If I were the Tsar, I'd order everybody to get married in an hour or have their heads cut off. Or at least, that's what Koch Carrier said. But marriage doesn't mean only happiness lies ahead. But have I seen her before? In my mind's eye, in a painting. Isn't she like... Yes! She is! Why didn't I see it before? The warning! She's like that woman! The one in the Bible. The one with the scissors! Delilah! Agaphia! Agaphia! Delilah! Samson and Delilah put Colyer and Agaphia! In the middle of the night, she will unman me, cut off my nose, cut off my hair. I will be weak, helpless. And in the morning, the Philistines will seize me, they'll put a net over me, they'll take out my eyes, and I will be chained to a column in the temple. And I will bring it crashing down on my head. Marry Agaphia and destroy the Kazan Cathedral. It's all so clear, so obvious, but you've bound yourself now, and it's immediate, and it's irreversible, but you're not actually married, not yet, but you're betrothed. The priest is preparing the altar, preparing the sacrifice. But you can't go down the stairs. He'll get you, grab you, pull you back. And there's a maid guarding the rear door, I'm certain. But the window. There's a tree. It'll break my fall. And if it doesn't, I'll escape a fate worse than death. Cabby, quick! Samyalovsky Bridge!
Congratulations! Though I must admit I had my doubts as to your intentions.
You're a lucky man to have such a bride.
Where is he?
Dunyashka?
Yes, madam.
Did Mr. Podkolyosin slip out the back?
Oh, no, madam. He jumped out the window.
What? No!
It's too high!
I saw him fly through the air.
Right. Everything ready?
No! Your man's scarpered.
How? Both the doors were covered.
The window was open. A fine match you've made.
He had the gumption to jump out of the window.
To escape your plan, you meddler.
Who saw him jump?
I did. He broke a branch off the tree on his way down, hailed for a cab, and yelled, "Simonovsky Bridge!"
Right! I shall return with Russia in my hands. Russia must be redeemed. Come quick! Semyonovsky Bridge!
Gone.
And my husband
The
too.
same way.
When the bridegroom jumps out of the window, the marriage flies over the rooftops. Old matchmaker's proverb.
No!
There's still Starikov. Perhaps he'll come tomorrow. Waiting for him isn't so bad. He'll come tomorrow, without fail.